I feel like when I was younger, I was significantly more normal.
Really?
I no?
You've told me some stories.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, says you.
That I don't know. You've told me some pretty crazy stuff.
not as
Obviously,
like
not
a
to share here, but I
child,
disagree. Oh, maybe not
right?
as a child. You're right.
I don't know. I feel like when I was a kid, I was like so calm and normal, and then I don't know what happened. Like something changed. I don't know.
Sometimes it happens. You hit a certain age
Eh.
and you're like, wow, this is what it
Yeah.
is, and then it just becomes, it is what it is until you die.
Like,
Yeah, I find like that's something that I like about getting older is every year you get older, you care less,
Oh
right?
my god,
Like you care less about how you're
I love
perceived or
that
you
so
care
much.
less about what you
Yep,
say. Oh, I
mm,
love letting go of it all. Oh.
yep,
And
yep,
just as
mm-hmm,
you age, you just don't give a shit, you know?
yep.
mm-hmm,
So
dude.
I've
nice.
I've had this discussion a lot about I know some people think like, oh, the past, like, people say like your best times are behind you. High school is the best. Don't get me wrong.
Mm,
I think, younger times were great? Absolutely. They came with their own happiness, like,
yeah.
going to the bar, talking to random people that having 1,000 Facebook friends, whatever. Now, I truly don't care in
Yeah.
so many
Oh
ways.
yeah.
And you have this like peace and knowing with yourself where it's like, I don't think I'm the best person, but I worked hard to like myself. Not because I'm great, but because I know I'm flawed, but no one can take that away from me. In
Yeah.
a way
Dude.
Yeah,
that when you're younger,
exactly.
it's not the same.
Oh my
It really isn't.
god. I
I
love how
find that
like your viewpoint is so
mhm.
peaceful. I'm just like I've just turned to like laughing at everything. Back then I was like, I'm so insecure of this. Oh my god, I hope no one finds out. Now I'm like, oh my god, I suck, lol. Haha. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. That's exactly what it is, right? Like you accept things and
Mhm.
you don't fight it anymore. You're just like, well,
Nope.
that's how it
Nope.
is.
it is what it
Yep.
is, okay? I was born with it. Who cares?
Yeah.
I remember like
I think that's the biggest thing with young people that like makes them seem young to me, right?
yeah, yeah,
Is they
yeah.
care
Mm.
about stuff so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just care about
What if
some
they
oh,
what
and
if
I'm
they
like, who
reject me?
cares?
What if I
Yeah.
tell them I like them and they block me? Good. Screw them. What a weirdo. Imagine somebody doing that. If somebody did that to me now, I'd be like, okay,
Dude,
weird.
you
Yeah,
know what's
Sorry, you got
exactly.
insane?
some problems, buddy.
Mm.
Dude, I
Not me.
recently just like talked to one of my friends about this where it's like back then I love tea, but I love like any type of tea. Now I feel like love anything to do with like, oh my god, I want to talk to this person, but what if this happens? What if that happens? I'm so
Mm.
scared. I'm so nervous. Like, what if they deny me? It's like, am I insane to just be okay with that? Like,
Oh yeah.
at least my time's not
I want to
wasted,
know.
you know? Like, I don't
Mhm.
want to
I'm gonna
like,
use a little swear. Oh, sorry. Mhm.
oh, do it.
Like I want to know who doesn't fuck with me.
Oh,
Sorry for like that. Like if
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
ignores me, doesn't give
so
me the time
true.
of day or whatever. Like I want to know that.
So true.
For
For
example,
me,
like
yeah.
you guys been busy, but
Mhm.
you always make time. If I DM you anything like that, you make time, you answer. Like, yeah,
Yep.
you've been, a little GTA, but you're
Mm-mm.
here with us. You're always at talking and like you showed your group chat, things like that.
Yeah,
But if I
people just
DM
gotta
somebody
ask.
and they leave me on red, I want to
Mm.
know. I'm not sad. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, thank God, now I
Yeah.
know.
I think
That's
that's
how
why
I
like
see it.
I even
Mhm.
told Mata this. Like that's something I really like about her where she is very, very like I don't have to overthink when it comes to Mata, you know? Like I don't have
Mm,
to overthink when it comes to
Yeah.
Geega either. Like they're so straightforward that it's so
yeah.
easy for me because I don't have
Mhm.
enough energy to read between the lines anymore. Like I'm just
Mm.
like if you tell me everything's okay, okay, like I'll
I
believe it.
believe you.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
okay,
the
then
same
Yeah.
way.
good. But like don't be
I'm
I'm
like
like
too
that
old now
too.
to
yeah.
Mhm.
overthink it. Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I really
Yeah.
like talking to you guys because like sometimes like I remember at one point I was really busy, so then I forgot to read anything, right? And then
Mhm.
Mata texted me, it's like, hey, by the way, if you're busy, just tell me like this is what's going on, blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, it makes sense. In my brain, I'm like, understood. It's better than
Yeah.
just being like quiet and then one day you're like, by the way, 3 years ago, I took that personally. It's like, what am I supposed to do now?
And then you argue,
Yeah.
but now it's like such a different argument than if
Yeah.
oh,
Oh.
and then
Mhm.
they're like so angry. You're like, "Where is this coming from? Like,
Mm.
what happened?" Jeez, yeah.
Dude, problematic thing about me though, I used to love arguing. I don't know if you guys
Oh, yeah.
like when I was a teenager, I loved arguing. Like something about being in like an argument makes me feel so alive. So I've always like low key red flag.
Really?
Like
I was
yeah.
For
no,
me,
I
it's
was
the
the same though.
complete opposite. For
Really?
me, it was
Even when you were
always
younger?
Hmm?
Even when you were younger? Sorry to interrupt you. I streamed all day, so
yeah.
I'm a little bit like streamer brain
No,
right now.
you're
I'm
Oh,
fine.
like
sorry.
I don't know whether you're
Yeah.
asking me or the other me.
No, no. When you said like you hated arguing, like, do you mean even when you were younger? Because there's a certain
Me,
like adrenaline that
yeah.
comes.
Yeah,
Ooh,
right.
I never
interesting.
liked it because here's the thing.
Really?
No offense if you guys like arguing, but this is the way I always saw
Everyone.
it in my head. And this is the way I was raised. If you are sitting there arguing and going back and forth, it means you are incapable of being constructive. Therefore, you're being useless right now. That's how I was taught.
Ooh.
That's how I was
Oh.
taught. So for me, arguing was like pointless.
Yeah.
There's no use in arguing. So if someone was arguing with me and I couldn't get through to them, it was like, why even give this the time of day? So I never liked arguing because to me it felt like, well, we can't come to a conclusion here. So why are we even doing this? We're wasting our
Why are
breath.
we even
You know what I
talking
mean? Like that's how it felt to me.
Damn. Wait,
That
that
is
makes
some
so much
healthy
sense.
So fuck that.
parenting.
Yeah, damn. I was
Right?
about to say that's insanely healthy parenting. That makes
That
so
is
much
good
sense.
parenting. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
Yeah, my mom's crazy with it.
dude.
That's
She's
great.
crazy.
The way I was raised was so different because the way I was raised is like,
Same.
if you're
Mhm.
older than someone or if you're better than someone, you have
Oh,
the
yeah.
privilege to argue with them. But if you're not,
Absolutely.
then you
yeah.
have to like shut up and take it.
And you have to take it. Yup.
Like that's why something that like when I was
Mm.
growing up, something that pissed me off was like when people argued with me, but then they're like younger than me. I get so pissed, dude. I'm just like, how dare you disrespect your
yeah.
elders?
Yeah.